What's going on, everybody? Clan Brandalorian. My name is Brandon. As always, if you're into anything in the Star Wars universe, Funko, lore, theories, Lego, right here, this is the place to be. But what's going on, everybody? We are here for, I believe, episode 7 of After Dark. So tonight we're going to talk some Andor. We're going to talk some Funko and Lego news. And obviously, we'll check out Bestman Bulletin and see what they got going over there. But yeah, basically After Dark, this is always about the night owls, coming out. Sometimes, when I'm laying in bed, I want to watch someone live, and usually since I'm up late, there's really no one up talking, so I figured I could be that guy, just in case any of you are just like, laying in bed on a Thursday night chilling, and want to see and talk some Star Wars. I'm right here. So that's what I try to do once a week here, every Thursday night. And so if you aren't chiming in here live, we always have the replay available on YouTube, so make sure you go check that out. But like I said, today we're going to go ahead and talk some Andor season 2. And right off rip, episode 7, 8, and 9, arguably some of the best Andor that we've gotten since it's come out. I will say everything that happened on Arcana 5, that episode was beautiful, but everything with the Gorman massacre, seeing Cyril's character, seeing Dedra's character, and simply Andor coming into play. It's just very, very sad episodes. And, especially in the world we live in today here on Earth, some of these things that are happening on Gorman, on Coruscant, they can definitely relay. And they kind of mirrors what we have, happening in whether that's U.S. history or, any other countries who have some things that are relative to the Gorman massacre. We can look at World War II, and it's very, connected in, various ways. And, definitely however you see the story, it's definitely how I see it. I think it's just a good call to, some things that we've seen here on Earth, and kind of makes you feel, welcome in a way. So, of course, Tony Gilroy with amazing writing. Absolutely love Andor season 2 so far. But right here, kind of going through some notes here. Mon Mothma, absolutely one of the stars of episode 7, 8, and 9. Just beautiful. Just to touch on that character a little bit, you would never think watching, A New Hope and seeing her in the original trilogy that came out, in the late 70s, early 80s, that a character like Mon Mothma would have such a presence within the rebellion. You see her in the very bright, shining white gown, and then there are some deleted scenes from Revenge of the Sith where we see Mon Mothma talking with Padme, Bail Organa, and the rest of the little Senate there. You would never think that this character would be so important. And, there are some talks with season 2, episode 18 of Rebels, how Mon Mothma tying into that is just very, key. It basically falls in after episode 9, going into Rebels. So, it's crazy how Mon Mothma has just really gotten the light, but I love that, it's bigger than Anakin. It's bigger than Obi-Wan. It's bigger than Palpatine. Sometimes how can you think those things? But it's just the truth. We get a timeline, We're used to episode 1 through 6, and then we got 7 through 9 in all of Star Wars. We got stories like Solo, we got stories like Rogue One. I mean, it's bigger. It's bigger than Anakin and Darth Vader. Obviously, him being the focal point of the original Star Wars. It's just now with what Disney's doing, which I always applaud Disney. We're getting more Star Wars. I mean, who would have known if it wasn't sold? There's always that conversation where we might not have had more Star Wars content. So I'm absolutely loving what Disney's doing. Definitely brought me back as a fan with The Mandalorian, circa 2019, and then going into COVID gave me a lot of time to watch the Clone Wars. So I mean, I like what's going on right now, and it's really cool. But just to kind of touch back, yeah, Mon Mothma, amazing. Bix. I mean, who would have ever known? I mean, I remember ripping the 2024 Topps Chrome pack and getting, Bix, and I'm just like, she was cool in season 1. Really didn't think much of her. I mean, great character, 1000%. But as a card, I'm just sitting there like, they'll go into my base cards off to the side. Man, she was definitely pulling some heartstrings, and just the traumatic events, of course, that she goes through in the earlier episodes. I mean, this is just one of those characters you fall in love with. Man, kind of makes me feel bad in a sense that she, spoiler warning, she left to basically give Cassian the full front to go and fight for the rebellion, to go against the Empire. It's something that they always talked about. But I mean, the things that she's gone through, it definitely, it feels very heartfelt. And it just knowing what happens to Cassian Andor going into Rogue One, it really makes you feel bad for Bix, makes you feel bad for Cassian. And I mean, it it's bigger than Andor, at the same time. Everything that he had put in, every time he was talking about, he's been fighting since he was 6 years old. We see all of this come into play. So I mean, it's one of those things where, it's always good to see Cassian kind of live up to that character he's supposed to be. Star Wars nerd, hey, what's up, bro? Can't stay, but popped in to say, have a great stream, brother. Thank you. Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, man. I mean, absolutely. If you can watch the replay, man, we're going to talk some good stuff, going over Andor a little bit here, and then we'll definitely dive into Funko Pops with some leaks here. And then also we'll hit up the Lego store too. We got some good things coming out. But yeah, so kind of back to Andor, going through here. We get to see the birth of K2SO, basically. He was a a KX droid going towards Andor right at the end of episode 8, and we see him kind of get unalived in a sense. He got ran over by the little tank there on Gorman, and they ended up taking the robot in to basically kind of get worked on. And this is just how K2SO comes to light. So very interesting, really cool character in Rogue One. Very sad when he dies. One of those characters, in this timeline right before A New Hope, to where we really come together with this droid. Obi-Wan always makes the droid jokes, and Anakin makes us kind of come to life, and especially with Leia too. With the love for droids. Always talk that R2-D2 is one of the most underrated characters in Star Wars. He's a droid. I mean, C-3PO has some of the most screen time in all of Star Wars, collectively, with being in all 9 films. And I mean, it's just insane to think. But lately, seeing him in Ahsoka is really cool. I will say, I mean, the droids definitely have a last on you. But here's the thing, though, too, I have noted here. One of the biggest things for Andor for me in this second season, especially, is it feels like Rogue One. And that's something you wouldn't really expect watching season 1. The entire arc of Andor season 1, where, Andor is on that, I can't remember the name of the planet, but he's on the kind of foresty planet. A lot of the TIE fighters are going over, very, being secretive against the Empire. And it's where he teams up with a group of people. And, it was kind of one of the more, this is taking its time kind of arc, but that right there didn't really feel like something that could lead up to Rogue One. Of course, I'm a huge advocate for letting, whether it's TV series, movies, songs on an album. You just got to let it marinate. The first time you listen to it, watch, it's kind of like, oh, okay. It can be very overwhelming or it can be very underwhelming. Especially when you have expectations. Sometimes when things aren't living up to exactly what you have in your head, you're kind of let down. So with Andor season one, that's kind of how I felt, especially in that arc I was just mentioning. But this second season is completely leading up to Rogue One. And I mean, the first arc we were 4 BBY, the next one 3 BBY, and just what we got this last week, 2 nights ago, was 2 BBY. So next week we're gonna have 1 BBY, and it's gonna in the last the last little bit of scenes there are gonna be 15 minutes before we see Cassian Andor walking down the alleys on and at the beginning of Rogue One. So that's going to be very interesting to see how that all ties together. But it's just the look and the feel. I will say after episode 8 of Andor season 2, a lot of people online have been saying, very heartfelt things, very sad, everything with the Gorman massacre. I mean, it was sickening. I will say, on top of that, knowing Cyril's demise and what happens with the connection from him and Andor, he was looking for Andor all of season 1. Season 2 couldn't really catch up to him, not that we've seen. And I mean, the way Andor couldn't remember who Cyril was just because he's been through this so many times. I mean, it's freaking sad. I mean, and that's what Tony Gilroy and all the others who are who put their heads in on this. It's amazing to think about, just the way they executed episode 8. I will say some of the feelings I got was from a middle school classroom when I was younger, learning about the events of World War II, Nazi Germany. Like some of these things very, took me back to that same feeling, and it was a familiar feeling that I've felt. And that's just me on a personal level. I mean, that was, when you hear and see, some of those things that are very traumatic, it kind of takes you to this place to where you just don't even have words. And for this being a TV show, and Star Wars is entertainment, that's the one thing I always go back to, is it's entertainment and it's for everybody, for the most part. And that's okay. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you do, awesome. Either way, it's awesome. And, but like I said, it's just one of those things to where you can feel some type of way here. But I will say it's also cool to see some fans saying, like, this is what drew me back. Although on my side, I don't really fall into line with that, just because, I mean, the first 2 weeks that we got of Andor was absolutely amazing. It's storytelling that's building up, obviously, for Rogue One. And I feel like these first 2 weeks took up to build up to this arc here with the Gorman massacre and everything that happened on Gorman. So, I mean, very, very, heartfelt. This is some of those things where it's like, all right, it's time to, take a step back. Let's see, where am I coming from? What's my standpoint here? With the Empire, with the rebellion, what's right, what's wrong. It's just like how we have here in America, Democrats, Republicans, it's the same thing. And also too, another funny thing, that it always makes me laugh, is seeing on the internet, some people saying, oh, Andor is way too political for me. And it's just like, guys, if episode 1 and 2 is heavily politics. Even Revenge of the Sith, it's really politics sprinkled in with some action. Seeing Palpatine's arrest, Anakin versus Obi-Wan on Mustafar, like the entire prequels is all politics. I mean, even go back to the Acolyte. Everything you see at the Jedi Temple is very political. Going into stance with what we see in episode 4, 5, and 6. It's really the dawn and the breaking point of what's going on with the rebellion finally overcoming the Empire. And of course it took a few times, a couple Death Stars to get blown up, but at the same time, guys, I mean, it's almost amazing how we're seeing Andor kind of come to light with the political side of things. So that's really all I had for Andor, really. Some of the main characters, like I said, Bix, Mon Mothma. I mean, very, very interesting to see how those characters played out. I mean, Mon Mothma, I mean, hats off to her. I mean, she absolutely had such a wonderful appearance in these 3 episodes, and I feel like right at the end, she kind of gets a little, taste of what Andor is kind of cooking with. So, I mean, when he kills the driver right in front of her, you can see that immense shock on her face, and it's just like this is what it's come to. I think it was really cool to see her name drop Palpatine. This is what we're going against, and clearly everyone can agree Palpatine is just a slimy dude. Um, but I mean, I enjoy Palpatine as a character too. So, but yeah, I mean, Andor, I mean, it all ends next week. It's very, I mean, it's not even bittersweet. It's just bitter because, I mean, what like everything the last, first season 2022 and then now 2025. I mean, it's insane to know that we waited, 2.5, almost technically 3 years, to get the second season, and it's almost done. I will say I do enjoy the way that this season is dropped. We get 12 episodes and we get 3 episodes per week for 4 weeks. That's amazing in my opinion. I think it's really cool to know that some of these things could happen with Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, Mandalorian, some of these TV shows where I kind of prefer the binge aspect. I can watch at my leisure. The only thing with weekly drops, things like the Acolyte, Andor, season 1, Kenobi, some of them get that double header premiere, but it always seems to be the second episode is kind of the one where it's like, okay, so this clearly is leading up to something. But I mean, that's entertainment at the same time. It's a TV series in general. Like I said, I can wait through any filler in Star Wars because I'm a Walking Dead fan. Half of the entire series is filler. So, yeah, I mean, absolutely love what Andor's doing. I love the weekly drops, weekly bulk drops. I think it's really good for Star Wars. But yeah, I mean, absolutely loving it. But let's go ahead and pull up Bestman Bulletin here and see what's in news for this week. And I will pull this up on the screen. Yeah, looks like we got some good reports here. So we'll go ahead and share the screen. And let's check out the comments real quick. Carbonites, facts. You can't have war without politics. War is politics. Nah, that's facts, bro. Also, good to see you here. I appreciate you chiming in. I mean, it's midnight now, Central Standard Time. Here talking some Star Wars. Just got done talking some Andor. Make sure you go check that out, and make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already. We're almost to 600 subscribers. It's insane. I feel like we just did the giveaway a month ago, and it seems like we're getting almost 3 subscribers a day at that race. So I mean, awesome. Absolutely love that. But yeah, thank you guys. And also Carbonites right here. I got a freaking crazy pack from this company. It's the Palpatine's Arrest. Absolutely killer. So we're getting 6 figures there. And I'm gonna have all my Goat Jedi and Palpatine and Anakin there. So we are definitely excited to have those, brother. Appreciate it. But yeah, let's go ahead and share the screen. There we go. I like this layout a little better. Okay, perfect. So, Bestman Bulletin here. I have been dabbling into Fortnite. Can't believe it. Not a huge fan of this game. My brothers enjoy it. My best friends enjoy it. But yeah, so I actually ended up buying the season pass, and I also got the free first order stormtrooper skin. So your boy got his first skin in Fortnite. And I also like the blaster aspect of it. I hate scrounging around for ammo playing Fortnite. I hate building. I think it's so stupid. That's just me complaining. But yeah, Fortnite Chapter 6 here, Season 3. The Star Wars season reveals Battle Pass skins, including General Grievous. And they announced today, too, that Mace Windu will be appearing. I've seen that on Instagram. So let's go and see if there's anything new in the article. Yeah, these skins will make a fine addition to my collection. That's awesome. Yeah, you get a Wookiee team leader skin, Emperor Palpatine. Darth Jar Jar, who is unfortunately missing from the promotional artwork, would also be a Battle Pass skin. Bink's absence makes me wonder if he's a bonus skin that will be unlocked by completing a specific quest line and isn't part of the core Battle Pass lineup. Okay, so that makes sense. Um, Personally, I don't feel like I'm missing out on the item shop skins as new additions. I was most looking forward to Jar Jar, Palpatine, and of course General Grievous. Yeah, and Jango Fett's Westar 33 blaster can also be spotted being held by Poe Dameron in the artwork, which raises questions if Jango could also be coming to Fortnite this season, likely as his item shop skin. That'd be cool. I mean, they got Boba on there. Might as well add his pops. I don't see the problem with that. Um, yeah, that's fire. But yeah, let's go back and see what else we got here. Okay, so for me, this is just, I mean, it's talking about the same thing over and over again. At this point, to be fair, this is like talking about LeBron James retiring. It's just, I mean, maybe 3 seasons ago was like the first, like, okay, LeBron might think about retiring here. And like I said, it's been 3 seasons. I wouldn't be surprised if they talked about it, right now. Um, it's the same thing in my opinion. Kathleen Kennedy stepping down. I mean, she has a insane resume. Worked on things in the '80s like E.T. Very Spielberg, very Lucas. It makes sense. Um, People who hate her, I don't get it. Unless you got some personal things with her. I mean, she's not the one who's writing these scripts. She's just, the one who overlooks it and gives it the green light or gives it the red light. So yeah, at the same time, I think Kathleen Kennedy's done great. Gave me The Mandalorian, gave me Kenobi, Rogue One. I mean, all those good things. I mean, yeah, I don't know. People stepping down. Who's going to take the spot? Um, I mean, I don't know. Do we want Dave Filoni there? Do we want Sam Witwer? I mean, it's not everyone's a good lead. I mean, who knows? Maybe we just get some random woman, some random guy to replace her. And I mean, this is all, of course, when she says she's done. So she's still there. She's not going anywhere right now. So cool. Oh, also, yes, right here. Carlton and Nick Cuse reportedly writing mysterious new Star Wars series. And I believe this is a father and son duo here for Star Wars. And just before I get into this, that I did see on Instagram today that there was a scrapped episode of K2SO, and it was going to be kind of a horror episode in Andor. So, I mean, you know me, I'm a huge horror guy. Sign me up. Hopefully we get a maybe a little story iteration or a read of this episode that's getting scrapped, and it was due to budget reasons. So they ended up taking this episode out. So just to know that this was right there, on the brink of being released, pretty cool to see that and hear about that. But this right here of the Carlton and Nick Cuse mysterious new Star Wars is, I've heard of it to be kind of like a horror-esque thing. So let's go ahead and check this article out. It says Star Wars Celebration only wrapped up this weekend. It hasn't stopped Star Wars news from flowing. Of course, we love flowing Star Wars news. It says a very reputable industry journalist, according to Jeff Schneider. There we go. Carlton Cuse, along with his son Nick Cuse, are currently writing an unknown Star Wars series for Disney. So that's interesting. So it's going to be a TV series. Did not provide any details on the project, what the two are doing. More live action, considering Andor wraps up next week. It would be, live action second season of Ahsoka, which will also debut sometime on Disney Plus next year, which can't wait for that. It says that Carlton Cuse is best known for Lost, a series J.J. Abrams was an executive producer on, and Damon Lindelof. They worked on the Jedi New Order project, and then replaced by Stephen Knight from Peaky Blinders, who was then later replaced by George Nolfi. Okay, so I did not know that the Stephen Knight guy was the Peaky Blinders producer. So okay, that makes sense. No wonder some people were kind of like, oh wow, we kind of lost a big name here. But here's where it gets really cool: is that Carlton Cuse has been involved with Nash Bridges, Martial Law, Bates Motel, and Lock and Key on Netflix. So I mean, some of those are kind of mysterious, creepy, nonchalant uh, stuff there. It looks like The Leftovers, The Watchmen. Nick Cuse wrote 2 episodes of Watchmen and 11 of The Leftovers. So I mean, he has a good little resume right here. So pretty cool. Yeah. So I mean, we'll see what that boils down to. I think that could be very, very interesting. And got Carbonites again. I'm curious to see if Binks is based off of the Rebuild the Galaxy or an original design for Fortnite. It's a good idea. Bless me, excuse me. Um, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Because I've been actually thinking about picking up the Dark Falcon Lego. It's just the price point still, almost. I mean, 8 months later, kind of has me kind of torn a little bit. Once the price drops, maybe we'll see. Looking at it around Christmas time. But that Darth Jar Jar fig is amazing. And I mean, I like how everyone's running with the Darth Jar Jar. I love it. I think it's cool. But spitting facts, I try to, man. I mean, that's the thing with Star Wars, man. Passionate about it. Never want to, make anything up about it. So, okay, back to the main page here. Went back too far. Fortnite season. Oh, this is a couple weeks ago, and looks like there's no new news there on that side. So now we're kind of gonna start getting into some of the juicy things here. So I will say, oh, does the Dark Falcon sell pretty well to your knowledge? Yeah, it sells really well, actually. It hasn't even dropped. I don't even think it's had a discount on anything, whether that's Walmart, Target, Lego. Lego rarely has deals. But I will say some cool deals before we get into Funko. I will show you. And I got the Fennec Shand minifig keychain upstairs, but right here this is our latest order from Lego right here. Got the Millennium Falcon poly bag for free because we got the Luke's brickhead right here, and I love the new boxes. They're wider. They're not like the more of like the cone square shape. So yeah, this is going to be really good. Can't wait to add this to the collection. Still need the Revenge of the Sith brickheads. They'll probably be my next purchase. But then right here, I had to get this right here. The Ahsoka's Jedi Starfighter, beautiful. Looks just like Anakin's from, or looks just like Obi-Wan's from Revenge of the Sith right at the beginning. And man, I get R7A7, I get Anakin Skywalker, and then a young, teenage Ahsoka Tano minifig. Yes, can't wait to build these. Been kind of just sitting on these since yesterday. I'm surprised I haven't built any yet, but definitely we'll get a review out for those. Nothing too crazy. We'll just go over some of the little things within the set, but dang, I love that creative and unique set like that has done so well for them. Yeah, dude. I mean, Rebuild the Galaxy actually turned up for me. I remember watching it and just being like, wow, this is really different. And plus, some of the voice actors in there are amazing. I mean, it's really cool how they brought back Ahmad Best for Darth Jar Jar. I'm blanking on Dustin's name from Stranger Things, but he's the voice of one of the main characters. But then also the next season that we're getting, I believe in August or September, we're going to get Ashley Eckstein coming back for Ahsoka Tano, and it's the Ahsoka brickhead. So really, really cool. They're still running with that. Come on now. Clean pickups, my dude. That Starfighter fire. Yes, dude. I can't wait to build it, bro. Absolutely can't wait. But let's go ahead and jump to Funko real quick before we get to Lego. Dude, this has me almost sweating bullets because I don't know what's going to happen. But right here at GameStop, this was announced just last week. And this will be releasing in July. And this right here is a Funko Pop of Revenge of the Sith Mace Windu. Obviously, got his hand cut off. Very unfortunate. This made me feel some type of way the first time I saw this when I was a kid. When Mace got thrown out the window, I just was not having it. Not cool. But the thing with this Funko here is, going at the standard price, $14.99. I remember when Funkos were $11.99. I know some people were like, I remember when they were $8.99. So that's crazy to know that they've almost doubled in price since they first came out. But I mean, the first look here, this is definitely Palpatine's POV right here. Mace Windu just looking defeated, not good. Love the lightning bits here, and then of course he's missing the hand. And yeah, dude is just distraught. So here's the thing I was going to talk about. So right here in the images, we get the out of box, and then we also get the inbox pop. I'm a huge advocate, will say, absolutely love this new sticker idea. I love stickers on Funkos, to be fair. Some of my Funkos I have that don't have them, I'm just kind of like, seems very, base. So, I mean, very, very normal, but that's okay. I do love stickers though. This is amazing. I love the QR code. You can add it to your collection on the Funko website. Pretty cool to have. And then also the glows in the dark, not as a sticker, is cool. Especially me saying, I love stickers. I do like how it's just on the box. So that's really, really neat. Kind of just makes it look better. But yeah, so here we go, showing that the lightning glows in the dark. But where's the back of the box? So this has me thinking that there is a huge Revenge of the Sith wave that's going to be dropping. And hopefully within the next month or so, I'd say, since, we got 2 more months here before this Funko releases through GameStop. Come on. Here's my ideas. Pregnant Padme, fire. Let's get a new General Grievous, fire. Let's get another Obi-Wan, maybe from Mustafar, fire. Let's get Anakin, maybe either burnt or Anakin with red Sith eyes, with his hood on, from the scene where he just takes out the Separatists. Fire, fire, fire. And I mean, there's so many other things. I mean, we could get a Yoda. We could get maybe like a movie moments with Yoda, Chewbacca, and Tarful on Kashyyyk. That would be cool. Just a little base there in the tree. That would be really cool. Maybe we could get a new Ayla Secura and Kiadi Mundi. Let's get a Kiadi Mundi pop out there. Plo Koon, maybe some pop rides. I mean, too soon there to talk about Plo Koon, not making it in his Jedi Starfighter. I do think that those would be some amazing possibilities. A new Palpatine, even though they had like the dark side, the Sith side Funko wave that came out. I still think that would be just amazing. But yeah, they're hiding something here. This is not just a one and done. And especially promoting, Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, Mace Windu, they got a drop here. I mean, it's, for the most part, it's probably the best Star Wars movie all around, as a popular consensus. So I mean, it would just be a miss if they didn't give us a whole wave. But yeah, some cool Funkos here. We got the Star Killer, we got the Force Ghost Qui-Gon, from the Kenobi series. Hopefully they have a Kenobi box. Yes, they do. Yeah, that's what I like, is where they keep the box intact here. But yeah, I mean, this is a good pop here. And they got the Jumbo Mando. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So let's go ahead and check out Funko, and let's go to the website and see what they got there. Mace Funko is dope, and yes, Yoda with Tarful and Chewbacca spot on. Yes, I would absolutely love that. Thanks for chiming in, Pops. But yeah, I mean, there's so many possibilities to do. I mean, especially when they have the waves. I feel like the New Hope wave, they made so many pops for that, and I mean, those are still on the shelves. I mean, come on, it's Revenge of the Sith. Let's see some cool things. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the Star Wars side here on Funko.com, the official website, because I feel like we have some things here to talk about, because there's a lot of new Funkos that have come out. So let's go ahead and pull up the screen here. Okay, here we go. Perfect. So there we are again with the Qui-Gon, the Force Ghost Qui-Gon, Star Killer pop. And then here is some heat here. So we got the Mandalorian and Grogu. We got Darth Vader. We got Rey and Kylo Ren. All impressions. These are all, Japanese style. Very, very cool. And I mean, for me, it's the box. The cherry blossoms, the trees. I mean, it's amazing. Giving these kind of a Japanese warrior, look to them. Absolutely love it. And especially for Star Wars Celebration being in Japan, fits perfect. One of the newest pickups here in the collection is the Hello There, the caption Funko Pop. Really, really cool. One of the most iconic sayings in all of Star Wars. Um, and then they do have the Luke and Vader here, the I am your father and the no. Really cool. And I really love this price point here of $24. I mean, really, really cool. And also too, the backdrop there, perfect. And also too, you can get 4 interest-free payments of Afterpay right here. I mean, you can rack up some pops and just kind of pay for them over time. I mean, that's a really cool option for you if you don't want to, break the bank right away. Yoda diecast here is looking really good. The new Luke pops. I love how he gets 3 new ones. The Red 5 will be in the collection at some point. I usually like to find the common ones, in person in the wild. This right here, very, very iconic. Got to pick this one up. Cool little movie moment here. And I absolutely love the boxes. I think the box art looks really well. And then here's some of the retro series. Really upset I missed out on this Darth Vader pop here. And I mean, that's okay. And then Cassian Andor with the blaster. And then this Rey and Kylo Ren. I really, really like this. I love the glow to it. Looks cool. Target Con exclusive. Yep. So yeah, and this looks really cool. Should be Ben Solo, to be fair. I feel like he kind of went back at this point, but that's okay. We know who they are. Nothing too crazy. But I do need to find this Andor Season 2 wave Funko Pops because they are fire. I mean, there's really no misses at all in this. So I will go ahead and try to pull these up. And what's interesting is I had these, I feel, on GameStop and I lost them. Perfect. So yeah, let me go ahead and pull this up again. The celebration pops are nuts. I mean, woof. Yeah, man, they're serious, I will say. I mean, yeah, they're fire. Let me pull this up again. There we go. Perfect. I got two mixed up. I love that new Krennic pop. Who's your favorite? You said it, bro. Krennic. The Krennic pop is damn good. I will say this right here is the new Andor. We'll get to that Krennic, but I mean, dude, the Cinar test pilot, perfect. Love him in the jumpsuit. Looks really good. And then here's the chase, man. And I look at that new chase on the box there. Perfect. Him with the helmet on, man, come on. It's too fire. But yeah, I can't believe I skipped over these. I'm gonna have to look these up here if I can spell. Jesus. There we go. Oh, okay, yep. They got the whole line here. I think this is one of the besides the Book of Boba Fett, there's a lot of them that I picked up. Pretty much almost everyone that came out went straight to GameStop, picked them all up. But this Andor wave right here is amazing. Krennic, my favorite character from Rogue One. I mean, the dude's so badass. Doesn't hold back. Absolutely love this pop. And also 785, baby. Gotta have it. I mean, it was destined to be with Orson Krennic. I do have his Rogue One pop. I actually found that for like $6 at a comic shop back in the day. So I mean, love to have that. So yeah, that will be bought right away. Love the cape. Here's the K2SO in action. Got the little jump to him. Really cool. Dedra Miro getting her first Funko. I wonder what happens to her. I wonder if she doesn't make it next week or she does, gets arrested. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but her character is really cool. Looks great. The Star Wars minifig of Dedra from the new 2025 U-Wing looks amazing, I will say. But yeah, those are I believe that there are 6. I feel like, oh, Saw Gerrera as well. Saw Gerrera's one, an updated version, looks just like Forrest Whitaker. He looks more like Forrest Whitaker than Saw Gerrera, if that makes sense. So yeah, so we get the 4 here, and then we also get the Andor chase. Going back to that here, there's the chase, looking really good. Can't wait to see that. But yeah, that's for the Andor pops. And just to kind of wrap it up here, let's go and look at the Lego side of things. Looking okay, looking all right now. I can't wait for next month because there's going to be some bangers, all small sets, but at the same time, really, really good for your collection. So ready for that? Let me pull up the Star Wars here. All right, perfect. So we got the Lego website pulled up here, and we're on the Star Wars side. So, I mean, right off the bat, we got the Jango Fett Slave One UCS. Perfect. I did have to skip out on this because I got a new MacBook, and I feel like I wanted to focus more on the content creating side of things instead of getting a new Lego. This will always be here. Got a good deal on the MacBook, so making a lot smoother content now. So, shout out to that. And then here's the Luke's Red 5 brickhead. I'm a huge sucker for the brickheads. I think they work really well. And to be fair, I think they're, you know, collection enhancers, kind of pop them down. You can sprinkle them in your collection. I do have mine all lined up across on the shelf. But yeah, I'm ready to build that. The Kylo Ren helmet looks spectacular. Let's go ahead and check this out. Watch the little video here. I mean, it just looks amazing. I love how the back is really high up, just like the actual helmet is. They do a really good job of that. And all of the grill pieces there are printed pieces. So really cool to see that. And it looks mean. I mean, it looks really good. And then here it is in hand. Kind of looks smaller on that side, but I mean, you obviously throw it in the collection. It looks really well. And I think this helmet is pretty spot on. Looks really good. I wish there was like a little variation um, where you could build it to where you could have like the red cracks in it. This dude's going to town right here. Yeah, looks amazing. Looks really good. Really sleek. Kylo Ren. Yeah, badass. Absolutely love that one. Yeah, and let's look at this Django. Django Fett, baby. I mean, absolutely fire. I'm gonna head to bed. Have a great stream, my friend. Yes, you too, bro. Thanks for chiming in, bro. I really appreciate you. Have a good night, man. Sleep good, and don't let the loaf cats bite. But here's the Jango Fett helmet. Looks really good. I do like how it's a little updated version to the Boba Fett helmet that we got. And here's a little video. I mean, all around looks like a beautiful helmet. I love how they show the normal blue and then the little bit of the navy just to kind of make that pop. I will say the common gripe is the stickers right around here, right along the top there. I mean, you got to put the pieces on perfect, or the stickers on the pieces perfect to get that going. Usually, I don't have a problem with stickers. But at the same time, I feel like this right here is way too on point. So hopefully it'll go on pretty easy. But I mean, it's such an iconic character, and this is gonna pop in any collection. That's the thing, really for me with Lego is I love how it looks in the collection. Like, will this enhance the collection? Will this kind of bring it down? Do I need to put this on a shelf by itself? Do I need to put it up high, to where this can kind of be like the main set of the room? Kind of like how I do with my UCS X-Wing. that I have that one overlooking the room. But yeah, I mean, just kind of depends on what you want in these sets, but that one's on point. Here's the brick built Star Wars logo, really cool. Probably wait for that to drop. And then here's those brick heads for the Revenge of the Sith. I mean, it looks amazing. We'll go ahead and play this. I mean, the Grievous looks money. We got the Mace Windu, got pregnant Padme, got Palpatine and Anakin. And Anakin, you can switch his Sith eyes on, and you can switch his normal eyes on. As you can see there, normal Anakin, dark side Anakin. So really cool. I like how they added that in. Makes it look really well. And then here's Grievous, Palpatine, and Anakin, or Darth Vader, I should say. And then here's Padme, Anakin, Grievous, Windu, and Palpatine. And yeah, I love how these look really well. And for $50, I mean, you get 10 a pop. Yeah, we like that. Of course, there's the Java Sail Barge, the set of 2024. And here's the Rebel U-Wing. We'll go ahead and end with this one just because we can wrap up with Andor here. And that's kind of the releases there in order. So, I mean, yeah, U-Wing looks really good. Shout out to Misa Bricks. Had him on the last episode of the podcast of season 2, episode 2. Make sure you go check that out. It gets a really good first look at the U-Wing itself. Figs are amazing, and setup impeccable. It looks like an absolutely good build. I do want to show off these minifigs though. I mean, they look amazing. So we have the ISB like little scout here. We have Dedra Miro. We got Andor, and then K2SO. They look great. And the Dedra has the molded hairpiece into the hat. Amazing. They did a really good job there. So can't wait to pick that up. But yeah, I will actually, before we go, I will pull up. That Django is nice. Hell yeah, the Django is nice. I love the colors on it. Looks really well. I will show off the Plo Koon Starfighter or Microfighter for next month. It looks really good. We're getting a brand new Plo Koon. And it looks like okay, perfect. I clicked on it, said it was out of stock, and I was like, wait, they haven't released it yet. So yeah, here we are, guys, right here with the set of the month easily for June. This is the Plo Koon Starfighter Microfighter. Can't wait to get this. Of course, $14.99. That's easy buy. I mean, it's really just for the fig. Absolutely love that we're getting a brand new Plo Koon right here. Looks amazing, and his ship looks exactly like it does in Revenge of the Sith. So yeah, this is going to be picked up easy. Going to be ordered day one. And I mean, look at some of the little features here. I mean, it's perfect. And there they go, showing the iPad for the instructions. It seems like Lego wants us to get on our phones more rather than to get on the manuals, less paper. Good stuff there. I mean, absolutely love that Plo Koon. Looks really good. The mold looks very, very well. Can't wait to have that. I mean, I might buy a couple of them. Might just have one in the box, and then, of course, one built and one on the shelf. I do think I'm going to go ahead and reorganize some of my minifigs, kind of get them more in a clean look. Thinking about a wall mount, putting them up on the wall, but at the same time, I might just kind of redo the spice rack and just kind of set them up differently. But yeah, I mean, yeah, the Plo Koon, man, yeah, looks really good. Love that. Can't wait to get that one, build it, and I think it'll be pretty good. But yeah, guys, this is it for After Dark. I believe this is episode 6 or 7. But yeah, make sure if you haven't already and you made it this far, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. About to hit 600 subscribers. Go follow me on Instagram at ClanBrandalorian, TikTok at ClanBrandalorian, and talking a lot of stuff. Just got done with Tales of the Underworld. Gonna be finishing up Andor. And got some live streams to look forward to. Of course, After Dark every week. On the 25th, we will have Star Wars Fanatic Gerald from that channel. Really cool channel. Go check him out. does breakdowns, really, really deep analysis, breakdowns on any show, any faction of character, any character, what they come from. Really, really cool guy. Make sure you go check him out. And yeah, guys, so got a lot to look forward to. So, but like I said, make sure you subscribe down below. Make sure you go follow on Instagram. Those are the easiest ways to help support me and the channel that we've created here. So until next time, guys, we'll see y'all later. May the force be with you.